This is a practice for the Samana helping to cultivate balance and maintaining your center regardless of what life may throw at you. So sitting tall, finding your breath. Our centering practice will begin by just watching the breath at the navel. Sensing the navel moving away from the spine as you inhale and drawing back in towards the spine and slightly lifting as you exhale. As you do this, allow tension to start releasing from the body, softening, becoming more receptive. Feeling the same happening in the breath. As you continue to watch the navel, the breath becomes more smooth. Throughout the practice, we're going to really keep our attention at the navel. This is the seat, the area of the Samana Vayu. Go ahead and lower the chin down. We'll step to the front of the mat, finding Tadasana pose, engaging the thighs. Take the hands together into Anjali Mudra. We'll inhale, reach the arms up, touching the palms, and then just exhale, bring them back through Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. We're going to continue to do this, starting to cultivate one-to-one breathing. So as you breathe in for 4 seconds or 5 seconds, breathe out for the same. We'll do one more, reaching out and up, and then as you exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands up the shins, extend through the spine. Exhale, lowering down deeper over the legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release. Go ahead and grab hold above the opposite elbow with the hands for ragdoll variation, pressing evenly through the feet. Roll the inner thighs back and let the spine keep releasing towards gravity's pull. We'll take the hands forward, keeping the right hand underneath the breastbone. You can use a block if that's helpful. Extend the left arm up for a gentle twist. Taking the left hand down, you can extend the right arm up. Maintain your one-to-one breathing throughout the practice. We're going to lower the arm down and step back downward facing dog. Just a brief hold here. Let's ground the left foot 45 degrees. And step the right foot forward in between the hands. We're going to prepare for a flow series. Right arm behind the back, extend the left arm up. Exhale over the right leg. We're going to bend the right knee, lift up to warrior one pose. Stay there for your exhale. Lengthen the front leg and then exhale out over the straight front leg. And we're just going to keep moving. On the next inhale, bending the knee. Exhale, stay in warrior one. Inhale, lengthen through the front leg, and exhale, fold forward. Still one-to-one breathing. We're going to do this 2 more times, flowing between warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1, and Parsvottanasana. Good. Extend out and lift. Now we're going to stay in warrior one. Take the right arm up, engaging the shoulders down the back. Sink the hips a little lower, rolling the inner left thigh back. Good. Lengthen through the front leg now, and we'll come to hold Parsvottanasana, hands to the floor. It may be helpful to step the back foot forward 4 to 6 inches, and also potentially taking your hands to a block. We want to keep the front leg long, knee not locked, a little bit of softness behind the knee, and just continue to breathe, continue to follow the navel back on your exhale. Releasing, and step back, downward dog. Taking some adjusting breaths here, finding your center. Keep lifting the hips high, away from the rib cage. We're going to ground the right foot 45 degrees, step the left foot forward, come to standing. Left hand behind the back, right arm high. Exhale, fold forward over the front left leg. We're going to bend the knee as you inhale, lift up, warrior one. Stay as you exhale, draw into the navel, lifting that pubic bone towards the belly. Lengthen left leg and fold forward. Good. Next, inhale, bend the front knee. Reach up, stay as you exhale, left thigh bone long. Straightening the front leg, and exhale, fold forward. Keep moving on your breath. Wrapping left sits bone underneath you. Good. Flowing through one more time. Reach out of that right waist as you come up. We'll take the left arm up to meet the right, drop the shoulder blades down. Think about back right thigh firm, internal rotation to that right thigh. That'll help spin the right hip forward, keep guiding your left hip back. Big breaths into the chest. As you follow the navel back, use that as support. And now we'll straighten the front leg and fold forward, staying here now in Parsvottanasana. Again, may be helpful to step the back foot forward so you feel more steady. You can use the block or not. Do your best to keep the breath smooth. And step forward into Uttanasana pose. Forward fold. Come to a standing position. Reaching the arms up, feet together now. And we're going to bend into chair pose. Continue to go forward folding. Keep the knees bent as you lift the torso up. And then come back to standing. Now as we exhale, we bend the knees, fold forward over the legs. Keep the knees bent as we lift up. You can keep the arms forward if that's better for your back. Otherwise, you can keep the upper arms alongside the ears as we keep flowing through. Nice. Last one. You can press the knees and ankles in towards one another. And then keeping the hands in Anjali Mudra, come to sit in chair pose. We're going to cross that right elbow to the outside of the left knee, taking a twist variation here. Think about drawing the shoulder blades back. Still cultivating that one-to-one breath, a practice called Samavritti. This is an integral part of bringing forth more and more of that centering quality of samana. Good. So we've gone to both sides. We're going to reach back and interlacing the fingers one more time, forward fold. Shoulders and arms lifting up and away towards the floor in front of you. Staying present in the body. Bend the knees, pass back through chair, keeping the arms interlaced, and then release. Come back to standing. Now we're going to step the feet wide, preparing for a variation of revolved triangle. We want the feet about 3 feet apart. You can use a block to the outside of the right foot to begin with. We're going to bend the right knee, twisting the left arm around, fingers towards the wall behind you, and then inhale, come back up to standing. Arms broad, bending the right knee slightly as we come around to allow for more rotation in the spine. Inhale, come back to standing. Exhale, follow the navel. Reach the arm up. Inhale and rise. And exhale, coming around. Staying here now in pose. We're going to reach that top arm forward in front of us. And then as you exhale, elevating the arm and coming around a little bit more with the navel and the chest up towards the ceiling. As we stay in the pose, bring your weight to the outer sole of the left foot. A little bit of external rotation to the left thigh to help keep some lift to the left hip. You can choose to straighten the right knee or keep it bent. Keep spinning that navel to the right. Then come back to standing, spread the arms, adjust for a moment as you set the feet. We're going to bend the left knee and come around now on the exhale as you inhale, coming up to standing. Good, coming around. And inhale. 2 more times, dynamically working with your one-to-one breath. Now reach that front arm forward, draw the shoulder back, and then taking the top arm up, chest and navel rotate towards the ceiling. We want some attention towards the back of the neck being long. Full generous breaths here, spreading weight to the outer sole of the right foot, a little bit of external rotation to that right thigh. Good, we're going to come around, come back up to standing, hands to the hips and adjust. Interlace the fingers again, widen the feet. We're going to come forward, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Squeeze the upper arms together, extend the shoulders away from the ears. As you continue, just release the arms, head and neck long, and coming back up to standing. Step to the front of the mat. We're going to bend the left knee, lift the foot, preparing for Warrior 3. Take your time. Hands are going to be in Anjali Mudra to help keep you steady and connected. Find a point on the floor. If you want to make this stronger, you can extend the arms forward. Otherwise, keep the hands together. Keep pressing out through the back heel like you're pressing into an imaginary wall. Keep following navel towards the spine. We'll go ahead and lower the hands to the floor. Keep lifting the left leg up. If you want to grab hold behind the right calf, with the right hand you can. Keep reaching up. And then let's lower the left leg down, standing forward fold. Hands to the hips, come up tall, and once again, hands in front of the chest. Lift the right knee, keep the foot flexed. And then as you send the right leg behind you, extend and lower the torso parallel to the floor. Lifting through the inner right thigh. You can choose to extend the arms for more challenge in the pose or keep the hands in front of the heart. Even here, maintaining that samavriti. One-to-one breathing. Lower the hands down. Elevate the right foot, spread the toes. You can choose to grab hold behind the left calf, helping bring you deeper in towards the thigh. And then hand comes down. Let's lower right leg down. Forward fold. Okay, so we're coming down into a squat pose, but the feet are together. So we're going to be taking a twist here in this variation. This is called Pasasana. And so if your heels don't come down to the floor, please put a rolled mat or blanket underneath you as I'm showing. And if you do this, you probably want to block behind you as well. So first we're going to grab hold of the knees with the right arm. If you're more open, you can take that right elbow across the outside of the left knee, left hand behind you. Deep twist here. So we're going to use that Samavriti, really following the navel towards the back body and slightly up on the exhales. Keep spreading through the collarbones. So on the other side, I'm going to show you what it would look like without the blanket and the block. And we'll take now our left arm. Either you can hold the knees with the crease at the elbow or cross that elbow to the outside of the knee. Right hand comes behind you. Breathe. Do your best to keep the knees even. And then let's go ahead and sit back. Extend the legs in front of us. Pull the flesh back so you're on the front edge of the sits bones. And fold forward. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. All the while maintaining that one-to-one breath. So from here, I'm going to have you come around onto your belly, preparing for Salabhasana, hands underneath the shoulders, a little bit back from the tips of the shoulders. We're going to keep our upper body at baby cobra. Extend and lift your right leg. As you exhale, just lower the leg down, extend through the tail, extend and lift left leg. Exhale, lower, keep the upper body lifting just with the power of the upper back, and continue to alternate the lift of the legs on your inhale. Good, one more time each side. And then we're going to reach the arms back, palms to the floor, and engage and elevate both halves of the body. And now we'll spin the palms up, lift through the inner thighs. If you want more challenge, you can take the arms forward as we did in Warrior 3, strengthening more through the back, otherwise keep the arms behind you. And exhale, lower down. Take the cheek to the side, hand resting underneath the temple. Good, we're going to reach back, grabbing both feet, elevating up now into bow pose. Dhanurasana, grabbing hold of either the feet or the ankles. Shoulders back, still aware. Navel drawing in towards the back body, even here. Feet lifting up and away from you. And release. Hands underneath the temple, taking the head to the other side. Just receive that, savor that vibrance from the back bend. Let's come up to hands and knees position. We're going to take the right knee forward behind the right wrist, slightly to the outside, and walk the left leg back, preparing for pigeon pose. Good. So think about that inner right heel drawing back towards the left knee drawing forward, a slight scissoring action of the legs. Take the torso forward and release the top of the left foot down. Maintain that slight scissoring action of the legs, and then the rest of you melts towards the floor. Feel that release through the outer right hip and glutes. We're going to come up and leaning over towards the right side. Extend the left leg, lift the right knee, preparing for spinal twist. We're going to take left elbow to the outside of the right knee, left arm behind us. Keep extending through the left leg, toes lifting. Again, big spread through the collarbones, shoulders drawing back, length through the back of the neck, spinning the navel towards the right. Let's come back forward. We're going to come back to hands and knees position, then downward dog. Find center. Reconnect with the breath, and we're going to take it to the other side. So left foot behind the left wrist. I'm going to walk the right leg back, same action, other side, and fold the torso forward. Slight scissoring action of the legs, but the rest of you just receives and lets go. Really feeling that support of gravity and the earth as you release your hip, your back. Leaning over towards the left hip, we're going to set up for the twist now. Extend the right leg, crossing the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Take the right arm around to the outside, either holding the knee into the crease of the elbow, or you can take the elbow to the outside. You can play with taking the forearm down along the outer left thigh. If that doesn't feel good, you can always lift the forearm, as we did on the other side. Staying rooted through that front heel. Keep spinning navel and chest around towards the left now. Samavriti, one-to-one breathing. Come back forward, extending both legs. Forward fold position, Paschimottanasana. Inner thighs rolling down towards the floor, outer thighs up towards the ceiling. Lift the heart for a moment, lengthen through the back, and come down a little further over the legs. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Release coming up. We'll set up for our final twist. Bharadvajasana 2. So the left leg will be in half hero pose. Right leg, either foot can be in towards the groin, or if you can take the foot into half lotus, you can go there too. So we're going to either hold the right knee with the left hand, or take the hand underneath the knee, fingers facing in towards the middle of the mat. Reach the right arm around, to either grab a handful of pants or actually holding on to the foot. Okay, so continue to use this grounding of the hands to help rotate you around. Now we're going to keep spinning to the right, but bring your chin and gaze forward towards that left shoulder. And then dropping that left ear towards the shoulder. Lifting the chin slightly, find that sweet spot where you feel a really big opening towards the right side of the neck and chest, and just breathe. Torso and navel are still spinning to the right. We're going to release and take it to the other side. So now left leg comes in, right foot to the outside of the hip. You can either grab hold of the knee with the right hand, left hand behind you. You want the left hand to reach around though to grab your shirt or your pants. And then bringing the head forward towards that right shoulder, begin to drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. A slight lift of the chin. You just have to fish the chin around a little bit. Chin is still lower than the ear though, and just find that sweet spot, that real deep opening to the front left neck and chest. Release out of the pose. We're going to come to lie on the back and just do some bridges to adjust the back before we go to Shavasana. So you can lift the arms overhead as you lift the hips, lower the arms as you lower the hips. These don't have to be your biggest bridges. We're just adjusting the spine. We want to find something symmetrical before we go into our relaxation. So you'll do that 4 times. Last one, just holding the hips high. You can keep the arms alongside the body. And then go ahead and release the hips down. Take the legs long. You can roll a blanket underneath the knees if that helps you feel more relaxed in the pose. Close the eyes. So just as we began, just watch your breath at the navel. And feel that for these next 10 or so breaths. Each exhale is bringing you closer to that optimal state of ease. Like each exhale is peeling another layer away, helping you receive more and more of the earth's support underneath you. So no more Samavritti, that part of the practice is over. The breath is relaxed. Do your best to maintain that witness consciousness. Whatever may come into the field of your mind, in the way of thoughts, emotions. Remain absolutely undisturbed. Feeling pulled back into the stillness. Into that ease. Coming back into your breath. Deepening the breath. Beginning to move fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. As you're ready, bending the knees and rolling to your right side. We're coming up now to a seated position for our final practice, which is a combined pranayama and meditation. This is the Samana meditation. So we'll begin by becoming aware of outer space, specifically aware of the light of the stars and the planets and the suns. As you inhale, you're going to bring this light in to your navel. Pause the breath, feel that light and energy grow, and then exhale smoothly, sending this light, this heat, this energy back out into the universe. You're going to continue to do this 9 more times on your own. As you breathe in, gather that light, that fire, bring it into your navel, the seat of your own inner fire. Pausing briefly, and exhale, send that light and heat back out. As with all meditations, when we use visualization, stay relaxed. If you enter into the conversation, if you're doing this right, if you're feeling this light and this heat, if you're seeing it enough, just don't go there. Just stay relaxed and do the practice. Gathering that energy and that light, bringing it in, building your own energy there, and then sending it back out. Once you've completed the 10 rounds, continue to keep your attention in the navel, really sort of towards the back body where the spine is. Sensing a wheel of light spinning in a clockwise direction. As this light and wheel spins, it rays out. Luminosity, raying out increased clarity, perfect centeredness, and radiance. Keep your awareness with this wheel of light and feeling these rays of luminosity and clarity growing from within. Our ability to stay balanced in our life and not be so swayed into the turbulence and into the reactivity really hinges on our ability to contain our own energy. So releasing the practice, take your hands in front of your heart, lowering the chin down, just notice how you feel, what the practice has done for you. And then taking the hands up to the head, we're just going to lower the hands down in a little bow. Thank you so much for joining me today. May you be balanced and clear. Namaste.